Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my people. Welcome live again. I'm Efo Kokudia, and I am back on your screen once again to share with you another great information on how to japa from your home country. All right, so please stay tuned. I'll start in about 1 minute to share with you on the things you need to know if you want to apply for a visit visa or a tourist visa to Canada, so that you can use my truck driving approach in order to get a work permit in Canada. All right, so just stay tuned and I'll share with you in about 1 minute. Don't forget to share and tag people who will be interested in this particular information so that they can also plan to also japa from wherever they are watching me from to Canada. All right, so like I said, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you once again, and thank you for always following my page and then liking my videos and sharing my videos to whoever will be very interested in some of the informations I've been sharing with you. If you like this video, please like and share, and also tag people who will be interested in this particular information that they can use in moving or migrating out of their current home country to Canada. I am only sharing my experience on how you can apply for a visit visa to Canada, and then when you arrive in Canada, you can use the truck driving college experience that I shared yesterday in order for you to, get a work permit in Canada. All right. So I am going to take you through a series of information on the things that you need to know in order to apply for a visit visa. If you don't know, I am telling you today that all that you need for you to apply for your visit visa is 185 Canadian dollars. All right. So if you have 185 Canadian dollars, that is all that you need in order to apply for your visit visa. Of course, there are other things that you need to do, which will cost you some few dollars in order to secure the right documents for you to attach to your application document. All right. So I'll wait for about 2 minutes for other people to also join, and then I'll share this great information with you guys. All right, so let me take you through the things that you need to know before applying for your visit visa to Canada. All right, so I have on the list 5 things that you need to have in order to successfully apply for your visit visa to Canada. All right, it is not that difficult. All right, thank you, Ernest. Let me check the volume and Please let me know if the volume is okay now. All right. Please let me know in the comment section if the volume is okay now. All right. Thank you very much, Ernest. Please let me know if the volume is okay, is laudable in the comment section. All right. Please let me know if you can hear my voice in the comment section. Ernest, thank you very much. I have adjusted the audio. Please let me know if it is loud and clear so that I can take you through some of the things that you need to know if you want to apply for a visit visa to Canada. All right. Please let me know before I start with this presentation. All right. So if you want to, thank you, Raymond. All right. So applying for a visit visa to Canada can be very easy if you know all these steps. All right, it is not as difficult as you think. If you have all these things that I'm coming to run you through, you can be able to apply for a visit visa on your own, and you can move to Canada. And with my idea of you moving to Canada and then going for a truck driving school in Canada for 3 months, you can be able to change your visit visa to a work permit. All right. So these are the 5 things that you need to know if you want to apply for a visit visa on your own. All right. If you're a worker, you need to have your letter of employment. All right. An official letter of employment from whichever company you are working from. And then you need to have your proof of funds. All right. I'll take you guys through the details of all these 5 things that I've listed. You also need to prove to the visa officer on your family ties. All right. You also need to have a letter of invitation or explanation letter. I will explain to you how to get your letter of invitation or your explanatory letter to the visa officer. You also need to have your leave letters from your company. If you're a school, you also need to get an official letter from your school that you are going on a break from this month to that month. All right. So these are the 5 things that you need to have ready before you apply for your visit visa. All right. Applying for visit visa is just $185. All right. $100 for the application fee and $85 for your biometric intake. All right. So the very first one is your proof of funds. All right. With your visit visa application, they require your 4-month bank statement. All right. The bank statement can be your own bank statement or your family member bank statement or your sponsorship. All right. Sometimes you want to visit a particular country by sponsoring yourself, or your family member can sponsor you to just go and have a holiday, or it can be a sponsorship from your company. All right. So this bank statement can come from all these 3 locations. You necessarily don't need to add your bank statement, or you necessarily don't need to have a lot of money in your own bank statement before you can apply for a tourist visa or a visit visa to Canada. All right. So these are the 3 things. If you really need a bank statement, these are the 3 ways you can have a bank statement. All right. Yourself, of course, if it's yourself, you need to have a bank statement that is in your name and all the details about you on your bank statement. If it is coming from a family member, and my main can we will treat some family members need there in Bruno for no or name the type of family members I work. And no better me akɔfa wadanfo bi deɛ anaasɛ wanka obi deɛ anaa obi a ɔnim senti ni sika mu no emu edu wobɛtumi akɔpa ne kyɛw ama na ama on the bank statement ɛno no or your family member the any senti wobɛkɔyɛ affidavit of support. If you've watched my student visa application process now, I have talked about this thing. Wobɛtumi akɔyɛ affidavit of support wɔ term a wobɛtumi akɔ committee 1 center hɔ area hɔ omoya affidavit of support wɔ hɔ wɔ Accra wobɛtumi akɔ Ghana publishing area hɔ there are some few places bi a wɔ hɔ a omoyɛ affidavit of support and stuff like that. Wobɛtumi akɔ hɔ na ɔmo type it some nice letter bi ma na commission of oath and funny stamp ne nto so since you asimasi way or your family member na or sponsor to go and spend 1 week at Canada, and I said 3 days, 5 days, 2 weeks at Canada. Now, or no, all take all the bills. No, I stated reasons, no come up, no more stamp so. And no, I say, yeah, lawyer B, and I approve this entity as I'm now can no credit. No, so they need bank statement at the account. I said, me can't tricks way now or your local language, and you'll be an here. So that is how you can get your bank statement from your family member. All right. Sponsorship from your company. So there, it is not too difficult. If it's your company that is sponsoring you, it is not that difficult. The company will do everything for you. All right. Proof of funds also can come from your fixed asset. All right. Your land, the land you have, the cars you have, and the houses you have. You can also attach all those documents during the application process. All these things shows the visa officer, and they said you'll be able to return to Ghana when you are done with your 1 week or your 2 weeks vacation in Canada. All right. And then pension funds, your pension funds too. If you know you have, your pension fund is very heavy, you have quite some amount of money in your pension funds, you can also add it to your application to tell the visa officer that you are working with a very reputable company, and then you've been paying your taxes, and then you've been paying your pension fund, and there is no way you come to Canada and then you stay in Canada and then leave your pension pays that you've been paying in Ghana. All right, so these are the 3 proof of funds that you need to have ready before applying for your visa application. All right. So these are the bills that you have to be very cautious about. All right. Proof of funds should be able to cover all these total bills that you will incur when you are applying for a tourist visa or a visit visa. All right. The total hotel bills for the duration of your stay. Usually, we are not very much particular about the things that we put on our visa application. All right. If you know you don't have much money in your account or from whoever is sponsoring you now, make sure say we'll visit to Canada and it should be like 1 week. What you say? Maninya 1 week. Canada no more visit visa now. Or more like 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, depending on the day your passport will expire. All right. So even when you tell the visa officer that you are going to spend 1 week vacation in Canada now, they are definitely going to give you more than that. So try and then tell the visa officer you are going to spend lesser days in Canada. Your proof of funds will not require huge money. All right. So your proof of funds should cover the total hotel bills. You need to book a hotel. When you book a hotel for 1 week, you know the total bills. You need to also factor in your flight bills. You need to factor in the food that you are going to eat for the 1 week you are going to spend in Canada. You also need to, factor in the various tour bills. I am going to share with you a website where you can go to book the various tours that you need to have whenever you come to Canada. That will also help a lot in convincing the visa officer that you have a very good itinerary when you arrive in Canada. All right. So you add your total hotel bills, you add your flight bills, you add your food bills, and then you add your various tours that you'll be making in Canada. Always make sure that you limit your visa application time frame to 1 week. As I said, 7 days. 7 days, no, usually no. The total cost no ain't yet too huge. Like will be also may call Canada to go and spend 1 month and not 2 months. And no, it requires you to provide a very huge financial statement. All right. So please, who apply for visit visa now, try and make it 1 week and not 5 days. Charlie, you are working in Ghana and then you have 1 month leave. And the 1 month leave, who will be spending 1 week or Canada, one of the provinces, either Toronto and British Columbia and Bibisa. And also no amount now I was say on presenting my visa officer no. I was saying very less. The volume is down. Wow. Thank you, Nana. Let me check the volume again and then I will see. All right, please comment on Place comments on the comment section if the volume is okay now. All right. Thank you, Nana, for prompting me on that. All right. Thank you very much. So, like I was saying, try as much as possible to limit your duration in Canada to 1 week. Senebaya, you can be able to have a very good proof of funds to show to the visa officer saying you have the money to take care of yourself. All right. So that is all about proof of funds. Let's move to the very next one that you need to know before moving to Canada through visa application. All right. So one of the things that you need to add to your application is your home or country ties. All right. These home or country ties shows the visa officer that Canada now no and yeah, they are Uber stay here forever. All right. Uber hand say to just spend some quality time. Wow, okay, I was second hour spending some quality time. And that quality time, when you are done with your 7 days in Canada, you are moving back to Ghana. All right. So you always need to make sure say you have your marriage certificate available. So one you attach your birth certificate to make sure say it tells the visa officer that, oh, you have a family back home, you have kids, you have a wife back home, so there is no way you will come to Ghana and you come to Canada and then come and stay here in Canada. All right. You also, if you still have your parents still alive, you can also add one birth certificate show your parents' name and everything, and then you add your parent ID cards and stuff like that to your application. All right. It also shows that you have parent back home. You've been taking care of them. All right. You also have to add your pension plan payment statement. All right. Like I told you earlier on, always include your pension. You go to the SNIT office for them to print your pension statement for you so that you add it to the application. It also indicates to the visa officer, said you are a good law-abiding citizen. You've been working for a company and then you've been paying your pension for your future retirement. All right. So what properties and so on, and also no, you add it to it, and also try say uwanyama will fear untuminja honko. All right. If you have traveling experience with stamps in your passport, make sure that you scan that portion that has the stamps you scan them into a PDF form and then you upload it to the application. All right. This shows the visa officer that you have a lot of things back home that when you come to Canada for your 7 days holiday now, you still return back to Ghana when you are done, or whatever country you are watching me from. All right, so these are the various letters that you need to have in order to add to your visit visa application. All right, your letter of invitation or explanation. Usually, say who apply for any form of application, whether student visa or visit visa or any form of visa now. With Canada, you are not called for an interview. All right, so letter we in a year, it shows the visa officer what your intentions are, what exactly you are coming to Canada to do, and when do you intend to arrive in Canada, and when do you intend to leave Canada. All right, and this letter of explanation really tells the visa officer everything about you. All right, so the things that you need to put on those letters, you introduce yourself, the company you work for, and for how long you've been working for that company. And then you add, you give details of when you will arrive in Canada and when you will leave Canada. Like I told you earlier on, due to the proof of funds now, also on share visa office and the same thing, you have a lot of money to take care of yourself. Always make sure say you limit your vacation days within 7 days. Limit it within 1 week. 1 week, hotel bills, nebo enya densa, food eduana obedi nebo enya densa. And a tours are obeko nebo enya densa, and a flight and so no is just in and out. Udini na kamboma bills proofs na funds na was on visa officer and endorse on sir. So always limit it to 7 days. All right. Even though we limit it to 7 days, when they approve the application for you now, on the 2 years, 3 years with 6 month multiple entry. So you don't need to really worry about that. All right. In the letter, you add your visit itinerary. The itinerary are the places that you'll be visiting in Canada when you arrive here in Canada within that 7 days. I'll share with you another website where you can go to check all the places that you can add to your itinerary and then add it to your letter of explanation. All right. If you are coming for a visit, that is where you need a letter of invitation. When you are coming for a visit, it means that obi na invite you saying to Uber around the panel. But so only be one say there you apply for a tourist visa. All right. Tourist visa and visit visa is almost the same thing, but your approach should be a tourist visa if you don't have anybody here who have given you a letter of invitation. All right. And the letter of explanation, you need to give a detailed overview of your proof of funds. All right. Always add a detail over to me I call Excel sheets. Now I create some detailed explanation of all your proof of funds. ABR proof of funds, so bank statement, sika we ne womb, dying. This is the amount that it wealth. Car, utonwa, this is the amount. Sika we every this person, your family member, this is the amount or the sponsor. Oh no, they share Excel sheet mo kama, no copy, no paste it. Or letter of explanation, or overview of your proof of funds before our could be document a support is approval of funds. All right. So at the latter part of the letter, now I pledge it to the visa officer that you will abide by the rules and policies of the visit visa. So here is study permit or visit visa, and you will return to your country when your visit days is over. All right. So this is how your letter of explanation should be to the visa to the visa officer. All right. You introduce yourself, the country you work for, and for how long you work for. All right. And then you give details of when you plan to enter into Canada and when you plan to leave Canada. All right. And then you add your visa itinerary. All right. When you're done, now one my summary of your proof of funds. Canada. All right, with proof. All right, this is just a summary. They can't letter of invitation, letter of explanation. We are now pledge it to the visa officer saying, you abide by all the rules and regulations of the visa, and then when you are done with your 7 days vacation, you return back to your home country to continue with your job and your family. All right. So these are the letters that you need to have in order to support your application. All right. So Juma, try and get an official leave letter from your company. Obviously, if you are working, you can tell your HR that they need to print you, your leave, HR, and show the camera or company letterhead somehow, addressing it to the embassy, that you are going on leave from this day to that day. You attach it to your application. All right. You also attach your employment letter. Your employment letter will tell the visa officer that officially you've been working for this company for this number of years. All right. And then will give the visa officer an assurance into, you will still come back and then come back to Ghana and then continue with your work. You are not going to overstay in Canada and then do your own stuff. All right. So these are very useful websites and tips that will help you to arrange all your documents. All right, with the Canada visa application portal, they have certain requirements, especially the size of document I'll be uploaded. If you have document, it is way more than 2 megabytes now. You can use I love PDF to reduce the size. So you can be able to upload it. All right. So name the way I overthrow or letter of explanation now. Over to me called Chat GPT. So Obama Chat GPT, some kind of information be to write a letter of explanation for a visit visa amount. I bet the come amount. So Chat GPT no show letter ne come amount. So over to me called Grammarly. Now I copy they are called Grammarly for Grammarly to correct all the grammars on everything for you. All right. So if you need more information about how to apply for Canada visit visa or tourist visa, you can go to YouTube and then search a lot of videos on it, and then you study how people explain things to you, and then you can also add that knowledge to whatever that you are applying for. All right. And the last one is prayers. All right. You have to pray as soon as you finish applying for this particular visa, and by God's grace you hear a very good news from the Canada immigration, and then you will be on your way to Canada. All right. So this is what I have for you. Always make sure you have all those 5 things that I have mentioned, all these 5 things that I've mentioned before applying for your visit visa. Guys, you can do it. On your own. There is no need going to an agent who will charge you 50,000, 100,000, and all that. What Nasia, Nasa, share videos, they say, yeah, you can apply for a visit visa, and you can get it. When you get it, you have 6 months to stay in Canada. That 6 months, you can watch my video on how to turn your visit visa to a work permit by, going to a truck driving school and now be visa for 3 months. And me say, truck driving, there are a lot of companies who are looking for truck drivers. The moment you qualify and then you have the Canadian license for truck driving, within some few days, and the salary are very huge. Apart from the health workers, truck drivers are the most paid workers in Canada. You can do it. Just take a step, and God will help you with the rest. All right. So this is what I have for you in applying for a tourist visa or a visit visa. All right. So if you want a very good itinerary, you can go to this website. All right, this website is good for people who do not have anybody in Canada who can give them an invitation. All right, when you go to this website, just go to Google and type Viota, and then when it pops up, you just type where exactly you want to go. All right, this you can type. Let me just type Vancouver. Let me type British. Let me just type British Columbia. All right. So British Columbia is one of the province in Canada, and then these are all the various scenes in British Columbia. All right. Over to me. I selected some few ones that falls within your 1 week visit now. Or catch visa office and listen to over spend or Canada. No? All right. So let's say I am going to choose. So half day whale watching adventure from Vancouver. So I'm going to choose this one, and then let's see the amount. So you have to choose the day. So let's usually this visa takes about 6 months. So try as much as possible to book something that is beyond 6 months. All right, and I mean choose to be in next year. I guess 11th. All right, so this is the amount. If you are just one person, or if it's you and your wife, you can choose two, but for now I'll assume that it is only you, so I'm just going to choose one adult, and then I'll click on yes, and then this reserve now and pay later. Okay, so this website even gives you the opportunity to reserve some of the tourist attraction places, and then you pay later. Okay, if you want to book now and then pay now, it's also over to you. But Charlie, baby, are you free? No, second share the new hosa, and my click on reserve now, and then you pay later. Okay, payment should be 2 days before, on the 11th. All right, so this is just to book something. You can also write your full name and everything, your telephone number. You can choose you choose a country where you are booking from. So where is Ghana? So you choose and then you write your telephone number, and then get an email with special offers. All right, so you click on next. Telephone number, because I don't have any Ghana telephone number, I cannot continue, but you click on activities. But basically when you book, you have to book about 3 tourist attraction places at this website. All right, when you book 3 tourist attraction places at this website, they are going to send you an official letter that covers all those 3 attraction places, and then when you get that letter and that confirmation, you can add it to your application. All right, you can add it to your application. There are a lot of them. There are a lot of tourist attraction places that they can use to prove to the visa office and saying we book certain places are open own visited when you come to Canada for that 7-day holiday, and it is a very good sign to the visa officer that you are very serious about whatever you are coming to do in Canada, and it will help the visa officer to, you know, approve your visa for you. All right, so this is the information that I have for you for today. Try as much as possible to do things on your own, and inshallah you will have that visa, and then you can move to Canada to change your life and your future generation. If you like this video, please like and share for other people to also watch and then make a decision for their future. Thank you, and I'll see you again. Bye bye.